A crew of robbers just hit a $5 million score and were about to split the cash. But one of the female crew members suddenly told everyone she needed to take a shower right then.
Whoa, Zen! Hey!
Oh!
Hey!
What?
She mocked them for overreacting and being inexperienced. Besides, they'd been tight partners for weeks. The crew chief just stepped out of the shower, totally confused by her weird move. The rest thought she was just unwinding and let their guard down. They had no idea a deadly backstab was coming.
A gun! Somebody give me a fucking gun! Bitch!
What are you doing, Mayor?
The chief reacted lightning fast, grabbed a handgun off the table and busted through the window to escape. But the second he hit the ground, his pistol slipped right out of his hand, and he took a bullet straight to his kidney. He scrambled behind a rock for cover immediately. Unfortunately, the traitors held all the advantages. He decided to dive into the river and pass out for a while. When he woke up, an old friend had already bandaged his wound. Watching his partners get slaughtered, and all the stolen money stolen from him, Parker's only drive was avenging his crew and getting his money back. He wasted no time blasting a hole in the wall with a water jug and pulled out weapons he stashed there earlier, along with a thick stack of cash. The whole heist crew was thrown together last minute. One of the dead men was his ride-or-die best friend. First, he drove to his dead buddy's house and made a promise to the man's wife. If he recovered the stolen funds, he'd split half with her. As compensation for her loss, Parker's a top-tier professional thief, not some reckless hothead. While healing his injury, he pulled every connection he had, hunting down every lead on Zane's location. He finally tracked down a solid clue through his contacts.
I'll call if I do. Hey, where's the adult magazines?
Hey, not you again. Hey, what do you think?
Couple candy bars.
Go!
Anyone who's lived a life of petty crime knows this. It's just ingrained muscle memory from years of bad habits. Parker tracked that guy down right away, then got close to the man's driver and pulled his gun the second the guy hopped in the car.
Fuck down, that's my mother's!
Zen, what can you tell me about
Okay,
it?
I only done business with her a few times.
But just then, he caught sight in the rearview mirror. Hitmen sent by Zane were tailing him. Even though Parker's a thief, his combat skills are elite level. Random wild shooting from average gunmen couldn't land a single hit on him. The guy trapped inside the car wasn't so lucky. He got torn up by a storm of bullets in just 5 seconds. Some bystanders pulled out phones to film the chaos for social media. Seeing the crowd gathering around, Parker popped the trunk open and let the kidnapped driver loose. Turns out the driver's a deadly fighter himself. He instantly drew his gun and fired back. Once every last attacker dropped dead, Parker stepped out from behind the vehicle. The only surviving hitman tried to bolt. Using this lone survivor, Parker tracked Zane down without trouble.
Just talk about this, okay? Just... Jesus Christ!
When Parker asked Zane where all the cash went, Zane claimed every last million was already spent. Since the money was gone for good, Parker held off on killing him for the time being. What he needed to know most right now was exactly what the money was wasted on. There might still be a chance to recover some of it, but Zane laid out the full story. The real reason he betrayed Parker was to use that $5 million to fund a massive operation to buy intel worth a full $1 billion US. Half a year earlier, Zane's home country discovered a 15th century Spanish shipwreck off its coast, loaded to the brim with gold and jewels. The centerpiece artifact, a goddess statue, was priceless, valued at $1 billion US, worth more than the country's entire annual GDP. The nation's president is utterly corrupt and plotted with New York mafia to steal the treasure for themselves. Their plan: ship the statue to the UN headquarters for a public exhibit, claiming they'd negotiate legal ownership in front of the world, but they'd hire the mafia to hijack the statue mid-transit, staging a fake high-value artifact heist. Then the president and gangsters would split all the wealth. Zane's motives weren't just plain greed, though. He's an indigenous native of the country. He watched the dictator-president crush his people and leave ordinary folks suffering in poverty. He wanted to seize the treasure back from the crooked president, give most of it back to his impoverished people, and set a portion aside to pay Parker for his help. Tragically, Parker had just killed their only contact man minutes earlier. After hearing Zane's full plan, Parker chose to put his personal vendetta aside and team up temporarily. He wasn't in it just for the cash, but for what's right. He told Zane he only wanted 30%, $300 million. Zane's backers hated that demand instantly, but without Parker's elite skills, they couldn't pull off this huge heist at all. So the crew had no choice but to agree to his terms. They made a perfect fake copy of the sunken ship's goddess statue, planning to swap it out for the real one inside the UN building. But Parker tossed out a better plan right away. Why not let the mafia grab it first, then rob them afterward? Hit the robbers mid-heist once they take the statue. That skips the risky job of breaking into the heavily guarded UN complex. Everyone was blown away by the idea. No surprise, he's a world-class professional thief. Parker immediately put together a brand new crew. After Zane betrayed him once before, he couldn't trust the old team. Parker mapped out the whole operation fast. From intel he tracked down, the treasure was about to get shipped to New York. Once the mafia hijacks the statue and loads it onto a train to move it out. That's when they'd make their move. There's a safety cutoff device on the station tracks, designed to brake trains that go over a set speed limit. Their target speed is 70 miles per hour. At that speed, the train will derail on the upcoming curve and slide straight down into the dirt embankment. We'll have a truck parked right here waiting. We've got 10 minutes to load the cargo, then haul it off immediately. And the treasure's ours. But they had no clue. The mafia boss already got word Parker planned to steal the statue from them. So he made up his mind. He had to take Parker out for good. That night, Zane tried smoothing things over with Parker using a seduction trick. She poured a glass of red wine and handed it to him. Parker already got burned by betrayal once, so he stayed extra cautious. All of a sudden, Zane's boyfriend burst through the door. He thought they were hooking up behind his back, and tackled Parker to the ground right away.
Him? How could you?
This hot-headed guy stripped Parker naked in seconds, and tied him up outside in freezing cold weather.
You'll die of exposure in what? Half hour?
Which is a shame, because the outfit are coming to claim your ass in an hour.
The idiot even called the mafia boss, hoping to get Parker killed for him. He had no idea he was just bringing deadly trouble down on himself. Parker screamed at how dumb all of them were. A bunch of wanted criminals plotting a huge heist. Yet they foolishly think they'll walk away scot-free. It's ridiculous. Just then, headlights cut through the dark from down the road. Screams from his men echoed out of the woods moments later. The guy finally snapped out of it and frantically unlocked Parker's cuffs. Zane rushed over right after. Before the two could exchange a word, mafia hitmen snuck up behind them.
The outfit. You were right. You just saved my life.
You're welcome.
After wiping out all the goons, the mafia boss's call came through on the phone. Parker picked up the line and told him every one of his men was dead. But the boss stayed totally calm hearing the news. He'd fully expected Parker to go after the treasure all along.
Almost forgot. Now, that genius caper you've been planning, I've been ahead of you this whole time.
So, you can forget it, pal. It's over.
What's over? The heist.
I bumped it up, you arrogant prick. See, it's not tomorrow.
It's now. You lose.
Panic hit Parker hard instantly. He thought he was the mastermind waiting to strike last. Turns out he was just the easy target ahead of the real predator. He called his crew right away and ordered them to launch the plan early. But his guys were all relaxed and off guard back at their hideout. Some drank, others fooled around without a care. Once they got the urgent order, they rushed to the train station last minute. 2 members got to the station first, disguised as railway supervisors. They claimed armed robbers snuck inside to alter the train's route, and demanded staff unlock the control room doors immediately. Thanks to their sharp, quick thinking, they gained access to the train control panel without trouble. They cranked the train carrying the mafia up to maximum speed. Meanwhile, the crew member tasked with disabling the track's safety switch got wasted, and accidentally dropped his handgun down onto the rails. The train was bearing down fast, so he had no choice but to work the mechanism with his bare hands.
Come on! Come on!
With the speed limiter disabled, the train raced forward, shaking violently. The mafia guys inside the carriages were getting tossed around violently, but when it hit the planned curve for derailment, the train slowed down and stayed on the tracks instead of crashing like they planned. Parker and Zane were completely stunned. They could only watch helplessly as the train kept rolling away. Parker made a split-second call to push the train speed even higher.
The train, it missed. We missed.
It wasn't going fast enough.
Okay, do we stop it? No, keep it going fast as you can. There's another turn just up the track.
Parker rushed ahead to the next sharp bend. Everything rode on this one shot. The drunk teammate hopped on his bike and raced under the bridge once he got the signal. He aimed his pistol to blow out the track trigger switch. The safety device tripped successfully. The train lost control and derailed on the curve as intended. The whole crash site was total chaos. Even after all these mishaps, Parker's crew walked away without a single injury. They pried open the cargo container without issue, but everyone froze the second they saw the contents. There was no treasure inside, just worthless piles of rock. Parker spotted a tracking beacon tucked in the rubble. He realized this whole wreck was a trap set by the mafia boss. His plan was to hunt them down and take them out. When the boss's hitmen closed in to surround them, Parker and his crew took every last one of them out easily. Then they hopped in their vehicles and fled the scene fast. Their tires had blown out ages ago. They barely drove a mile before cop cars blocked their path.
Hey, hi, it's me. Come on, let's go.
Luckily, one crew member hijacked a police cruiser just in time. The whole operation crashed and burned completely. The team huddled together, totally defeated. Many were ready to split up and call it quits right then. But Parker refused to throw in the towel. Every failure only made him more determined. He figured even though the mafia boss hid the treasure, the massive carved goddess statue from the shipwreck couldn't stay hidden easily. It had to be locked up in some warehouse around New York City. Since robbing the mafia mid-transit fell apart, they'd go after the rich buyer planning to purchase the statue instead. Only billionaires could afford such a huge, priceless artifact. After narrowing down the list, they quickly locked onto their mark. This wealthy tycoon posted his daily life all over social media. Parker tracked his schedule without breaking a sweat. He headed straight to an upscale restaurant to confront the buyer.
All good.
At first, the rich guy acted cocky and arrogant. He even mocked Parker for making empty threats. But once Parker backed his words with firepower, the man caved and spilled all the details. The goddess statue was locked inside Vault 1 at a maximum security storage facility. Blasting it open with explosives was impossible. The internal cage was built out of tungsten carbide alloy. Cutting through the metal alone would take multiple days. The only way in was waiting for the automated unlock timer. The cage would unlock automatically at 8 the next morning. Back at their hideout, the crew didn't waste time debating how to crack the vault. Instead, they mapped out how they'd haul the statue away once they grabbed it. The team then prepared to move out toward the storage vault. One crew member stayed behind to guard the billionaire buyer. Unfortunately, this guard had a serious drinking problem. He got dead drunk and passed out cold on the couch. The tycoon wriggled free of his restraints and called the mafia boss. He leaked Parker's entire plan to hit the secure vault. The crime lord trusted the vault's heavy security measures, but he still wouldn't take any chances. After all, Parker was a world-class professional thief. He gathered all his hitmen and rushed over to the storage facility. Meanwhile, Parker's crew had already planted explosive charges on the vault entrance. They blew the doors wide open and snuck inside without a hitch. When the mafia boss arrived, the vault sat completely empty.
Damn it! How?
Then he spotted them out the window. Parker's crew hauled the statue away on a modified snow trailer. He immediately ordered all his men to give chase.
Fucking cars! What was that?
To protect the priceless treasure, Parker risked climbing onto the trailer to return fire. After a brutal shootout, the trailer rolled into a small town, swerving to avoid civilian vehicles. The inexperienced driver took a sharp turn and threw Parker off the back. Parker cut through a side road to catch back up fast, but the straps holding the statue snapped loose the second he climbed aboard. He tumbled hard onto the pavement once again. At the same time, the crew member driving the trailer ran straight into a mafia roadblock ahead on the highway. He had no choice but to veer onto a steep embankment. Out of nowhere, the trailer unhitched from the truck cab. The mafia seized the statue right then.
There she goes. There she fucking goes.
The crime lord handed the goddess statue over to the billionaire buyer, but the jewels on the sculpture fell off the second he touched it. The buyer realized it was just a cheap replica.
Motherfucker!
He immediately filed an angry complaint with the corrupt president. The president flew off the handle and tore into the mafia boss for trying to double-cross and swindle both sides. All trust between them vanished completely. Their entire partnership crumbled to pieces. Only then did the boss figure out Parker had played him for a fool. He grabbed all his men and raced back to the storage vault. This whole pursuit was just a diversion trick cooked up by Parker. His guard teammate intentionally got drunk and let the buyer escape. They knew the rich man would rush to alert the mafia boss. The high-speed chase the night before was only meant to distract everyone. Their real plan was waiting for the 8 a.m. automatic vault unlock. To steal the genuine goddess statue, they'd swap the number tags on Vault 1 and Vault 3 to confuse the mafia boss. The boss burst back into the storage facility and came face to face with Parker and his waiting crew. He thought he held all the winning cards, but once he saw the bomb remote clutched in Parker's hand, he lost all his nerve.
You are insane.
Right then, the president's military troops rolled onto the scene, opening fire indiscriminately on everyone there. Nearly every mafia hitman died in the brutal crossfire. Parker hit the detonator without hesitation, blowing the priceless ancient statue to smithereens. He never cared about getting rich off the treasure. All he wanted was to make that corrupt, evil president pay for his crimes. Parker walked calmly out of the destroyed vault, fleeing the chaotic gunfight, and returned safely to their hideout. His crew felt defeated, coming back empty-handed. They'd poured days of hard work into this risky job, but Parker pulled loose gemstones chipped off the statue out of his pocket. Each crew member stood to walk away with millions from the stones. On the TV, breaking news aired. A brand new president had been elected in Zane's homeland. The old crooked president lost all his reputation and got locked behind bars. Everything Zane fought for finally came true. Still, to avenge his murdered ride-or-die best friend, Parker shot Zane dead on the spot. At the very end of the movie, Parker kept the promise he made long ago. He handed a huge stash of diamonds to his dead friend's widow.
That is more than 1/7. That's a lot more.
That's what I can get.
In this brutal game of thieves double-crossing thieves, he didn't keep a single cent of the loot for himself. There's a code even among professional thieves. You take out those who betray you, but you never hurt innocent civilians. Only steal corrupt, ill-gotten wealth, never from honest, decent people.